What's up, guys? Back at it again. If you guys watched game one, thank you. Coming back here for game two. If you guys haven't watched game one, watch game one first because game one is so insane. Again, first reactions. We just got back from MPL season 10, week 3, day 1. We're gonna jump straight into game number 2. It's the same draft, like for spot on, completely the same. And ONIC opted to go for first pick. Blacklist went for red side. They went for Valentino Claude, Faramis, and Bruno was last pick. Faramis Atlas, I think. Faramis Atlas here, I think, was the pick.
Paquito?
Or Paquito.
It's Paquito first, actually.
Faramis Atlas, see? Yeah.
I think it's Atlas. Yeah. Honestly, right? Now that you know the context of what they're trying to do,
the stream for okay.
The brands are absolutely like smart.
Yeah.
Matrix to make sure that there's no bullshit because we've
no.
We've been
OHEB.
talking so much.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean like OHEB on the Beatrix, right?
Exactly.
Beatrix on its own is really like so bullshit.
Broken.
In the hands of OHEB, fuck that, dude. That's just not a thing you want to deal with. And if they're playing super ham like that, Matilda and Digi can provide the safety, the escape. But you know, if you ban those two, that's how they're able to get all those crazy pickups in the mid lane and in the jungle. But now in game number 2, right? Supposedly, Blacklist should be wising up to the situation. They should be able to actually like circumvent it somehow.
Dude, they go for the exact same drafts.
What?
Well, I do agree though. I kind of see like the idea because for Blacklist and ONIC, it I don't know. If I was the Blacklist coach, if I was Coach Bonchan, I'd be like, we actually won the first game. It was just because we made a mistake not clearing out that top side.
Right.
If we played a little bit more disciplinedly, if we waited that, like if we didn't force that Lord after they used the Cult Altar and sent Edward up top first, I think we would have been able to win the game, right?
Yeah.
But again, it's a big if. So going for the same exact draft, going for the same exact bans is interesting. And again, I'm gonna have to watch. Dude, I need to watch more PH games because like what the heck, the bans are so different.
You can see a lot more potential. It's like a different way of thinking almost, right? So
Same,
they
Clint.
go for the Clint ban again, yeah.
Okay, that's something different, right? We didn't see the S10 ban.
We did. It was
Oh,
banned
what?
by
Okay.
PH as well. So they just want to eliminate all the, I don't know, the saving heroes.
Let's see.
Just in line with like what Venus likes to do.
Okay,
So,
yeah, change. Yeah, I think Ryota's Paquito was like a
Ryota was
big problem.
Just ham, dude. He doesn't give a shit. Lolita was banned as well, so ONIC PH, same bans.
Yeah, I mean, if it
No
ain't broke,
Paquito
right?
this
They worked. It worked. Yeah, no Paquito though. So like, okay, Arashi, who do you think can take that role? That role like Paquito and
Someone
XP.
strong, someone can dual mobile as well.
Paquito.
I think the crowd control that the Paquito brought was also good because Ryota was, if you notice, right, you know how like the jab actually does more damage. You're telling me about like max second skill, right?
Yeah.
But he was using the empowered knockout strike again and again, so he was like very much thinking of like utility in that situation.
Let's make a prediction though, Arashi.
Lapu will show up.
Ooh.
We said we miss
Paquito.
seeing it, and it can, you know, it can kind of serve the same role ish.
Yeah, I kind of agree because like it adds, but Lapu is just not meta, you know, like it doesn't fit in this current patch.
What have we seen in Indo?
Well, usually like if we see Esme, it's just Dairoth, right? Oh.
Well, no brainer.
But
I
yeah,
guess
it's like not
logic
a.
checks out. Yeah.
But it's not a Paquito. It does not have the same. Well, it has more pressure in lane, right? Against Esmeralda, it has more pressure in lane. But in the team fights, the pressure that Ryota had in the team fights as Paquito, you're not gonna get that on Dairoth. You won't have the mobility that Paquito has too.
But he has more burst, right? So is that like
Yes.
what is required? Just like burst threat? Because we've seen Fluffy on the Dairoth, right? If he gets ahead, he can do stupid shit and like still come out on top. So it's possible, right? Maybe that's the idea. As long as he can provide burst, because there's so many crowd control sources already. Heavy spin, fatal links, right? Faramis can actually pull people back as well. Maybe they just need something to threaten the pick off, the burst. So Dairoth would make sense if that's the idea behind.
Do they
it.
go for Bruno again though? Is my question. And if they don't go for Bruno, what do they go for? Wow.
Irrital. Ha.
Wow, wow, wow,
Long
wow.
range, high DPS.
I didn't
Same
know.
idea. Like the logic still like applies.
Yeah, but like Irithel,
What was on Blacklist side? Was it also
Raphael,
Esmeralda?
same,
Yeah, they had Esmeralda as
same,
well. Yeah, yeah.
same draft. Oh wait, why is have a sticker? What sticker is that on his cheek?
So it's sending a message.
Dude, Irithel and Dairoth. Like, Irithel versus Claude. Irithel just win. She actually wins lane, but she doesn't win as hard as Bruno, right? So now, because of that, will we see more fights towards the side lanes instead of the mid lane? Now this is something I want to see, right? Is it just the Filipino meta to fight in the mid lane, or is it just because that game was they had very good side laners that were very hard to kill, very mobile. They just focus on mid.
We should pause when the mid fight's about to happen. We can like try to judge.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, like why is ONIC PH doing it first of all, and why is Blacklist playing their game instead of like maybe attempting to go a split push and play that macro gameplay, right?
Okay, they're going for mid, 4-man mid. Wait, I think we need the camera to shift.
Come on, observer. So early on we saw level 2, there was a kill, right? In this
Again,
thing already.
they go for the same thing. Okay, so no, that's normal, like the normal clear helping mid lane. But the thing that's kind of cool is that Sensui instantly moves into the mid lane too, right? They go for Litho, normal path. But Dairoth actually leashes Akai in lane. Did you see that? Like level 1, he actually went for the leash and then he went back to lane.
Ah, okay. Interesting. I missed that. I wasn't paying too much attention because I was watching the rest, the other part of the map.
Okay, see now they go to gold lane. Yeah, okay, so depending on the matchups, depending on like the winning lanes, they rotate accordingly.
Who is they?
Both of the teams, I guess, because like Rafaela coming into a lane with Claude, if they go for a 2v2, Bruno and Atlas will win.
It's not the same situation here.
It's not. Irithel does significantly less damage in the early game than Bruno. So they can actually look for those 2v2s. But heavy emphasis still, yeah, okay. Heavy emphasis still mid lane. Like mid lane fight.
For the Rafaela, because
Okay, I wanna take a look again.
Safe Rafaela.
Do you think this is Blacklist mistake? Because they noticed that, Atlas was playing bot side. He's missing now. Oheb thinks that Atlas is still bot side. That's why he's playing so far under the turret. I think that's the map, map prediction, the position prediction from Blacklist is that the Atlas is definitely bot. So when they saw this, see, is this a mistake by Haji for going in a too aggressive? I think after game 1, in game 1 I don't think it was a mistake because you wouldn't expect it. But game 2, I think it is a mistake by Haji. By like he played it too aggressively, going in without knowing the exact position, and then Venus pays for it. And I think that's a mistake again.
Yeah, the crowd control. Okay, they're one man down, and they don't win the early game because of the crowd control. There's so much CC on the side of ONIC PH. They use it perfectly too. I think again, if let's say they believe Atlas is on the bottom side and he is in the bottom side, then the right play is to pressure the other lane that Atlas isn't in to try and like split focus, right? So it's not really a mistake. It's just clever gameplay from ONIC PH, and they're making great use of the lane pressure, right? They keep moving around from lane to lane, and if you have the lanes pushed up, you have the chance of like sneaking around or like waiting in the jungle to pick people off.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought that was
I
gonna
think
be a
it's
kill.
just smart by ONIC PH. And not to mention, with the abundance of CC, if you want to skirmish, if you want to scrap with like 2v2, 3v3, they still come out on top as well. So I think it's just... What do you call it? New meta?
I don't know though, like Arashi, I feel like in first game, I agree. The way they played, really it was a massive curveball, right? Like, so Blacklist had to keep on responding. Again, then the fights kept on being forced. But in this game, I actually do feel like the 2 kills that they gave over to ONIC were kind of mistakes, right? Because at this point, they already know how ONIC are going to play with this composition. Because it's almost the same, right?
Right.
Going in, mid lane fights. Haji, a little bit too aggressive. And when Venus was picked off, Edward and Wise we're still sitting in that bush waiting to go and fight. But why is... Wait. But Venus is not there, right? So they got picked off. You know, so it feels like the first 2 kills could have been avoidable. I don't think it's like a massive mistake. I don't think it's like... Because obviously they had some plan there. But it just... You know, it's something that's kind of weird for me.
Yeah. Or maybe they just like it's a habit thing, right? Like they can't just adjust all their habits in one game, maybe, you know. And see the one in CC, like they sent 3 people to try and gank Ryota, and Ryota got out. He did use Flicker, I think. But for ONIC, if they want to go for the dive, there's just so many tools, man.
So tanky too.
And so tanky to facilitate the dive too, you're right. That's absolutely the case. I like it, man. I told you I'm very biased towards this early game, like the early game proactive playstyle. So I'm liking this a lot.
That's why in the
Like,
grand
in the later
finals
games
of...
can absolutely take pages out of the strategy book.
Yeah. And that's why, like, in grand finals, I agree, though, because I like the early game style. I think, like, if you are able to control the early game, like Alter Ego, and...
Oh, that's wise, though. Blazing Blast still available, so ONIC's a bit careful here.
Yeah, but again, back to my point, right? Like, if you are able to play the early game, like Alter Ego or Aura, and you are able to end the game like Blacklist, that's like perfect combination.
That's true.
That was interesting, though. I do want to take a look at it again. It's just a steal, right? But like, it's... I don't know, it's clean.
What about afterwards? Because like, if you were Blacklist, would you go in for the fight after the steal?
No, I wouldn't. Like, you know, ONIC have more pressure. Claude won't really have he doesn't have the flicker, so if he joins in the fight, he's very vulnerable, and I don't think he wants to join in a fight right now. Wants to wait for more items. I don't think he has the golden staff yet. You definitely need a DHS and golden staff to actually deal damage, right? And the DHS alone won't be that much, like, especially up against Atlas Akai.
I guess Blacklist, the part where they actually win as far as the gold thing is concerned is the mid game. But in the mid game, the rest of the team for ONIC PH have their power spikes.
Wait.
So
The stream... Is this the seconds are going, so okay, the stream was just paused. Yeah, dude, I agree though. Like Midnight, I think that was Midnight who said it, but like, because now they have an Irithel can't really take turrets as fast as Bruno, and that's why they have to send over more people in the bottom side to actually enable that to happen, right? Like here. But this is actually where the lack of engage from Blacklist composition comes in, right? Like you said,
yeah, exactly.
You don't have anything to really force a punish on ONIC when they do go for those aggressive movements. And I think ONIC PH, they're the first team in PH, in MPL PH right now to actually be able to capitalize on that. Because, I don't know, most teams, when they're up against Blacklist, they're scared to make those kind of movements because Blacklist will match them. But what ONIC are doing here is that they know that Blacklist won't have a response. They're there. They can wait for us to engage, but that's it, you know?
I think it's also partially due to the fact that you were mentioning this earlier. ONIC PH, they keep going there. It seems like their main goal is kills and turrets. Never like not really objectives, right?
Yeah.
And so usually Blacklist, they use the objectives to force people into fights so they don't need to engage. But if ONIC PH, they abandon the turtles, they abandon the lords, and go for the turrets and the kills instead, they have the advantage because of the crowd control. They can go for better dives. And if ONIC wants to try and if Blacklist wants to punish and chase them away from their turret, ONIC will back off and there's no catch. I think it's just like a hole in the defensive strategy. If you have like defensive roamers and no catch, no engage, this is something that people can abuse.
Yeah. I agree. That was solid, but I was like looking at Claude. He got the golden staff already, so
maybe this is where Blacklist should be trying to make something happen, huh? With the power spike.
I wonder though, like, are ONIC PH gonna go for the same exact strat as well? Like they just go for map control over. It's already different because they leave the mid lane, right? Because like they put so much emphasis on taking the mid lane turret in the first game. This time they focus more on side lane. So, okay, it's actually really smart. When they have Bruno, when they have someone who can take down turrets really fast, they prioritize mid lane even like more compared to the gold lane, which is very weird, right? Because in Indo, I think every single time we see a turret fall, first turret is always gold lane or side lane.
That was a one-man Fatal Links.
Yeah, but that was
Dude,
way too
he-
aggressive. Like
He
they
doesn't
gambled
give a
on that.
Damn, dude.
Oh,
Like,
what?
Dude doesn't give a damn. Oh, Nets. Oh, he's so low. It's so wild, man. Like it seems like so uncalculated, but it kind of works out.
You wouldn't expect ONIC to have that level of disengage with the heavy like dive comp that they have, you know? And I think that's what like again is a curveball to Blacklist because every single time, well in a lot of the matches they win, right? The enemy team goes in, they dive, and Blacklist respond with that Arashi. They just go in with their disengage composition like this one. They don't have a means of fully engaging. They have a means of disengaging with the Holy Baptism, etc., locking them in place. But there, once ONIC are able to make Blacklist chase, they start winning, right? Because they don't have engage. Blacklist can't really catch the people here once they already use their abilities to disengage, you know?
Yeah, I think ONIC they just really know when to back off. Right? They don't mind going hard for the engage. One-man Fatal Links, by the way. But once they think like, okay, this is not working out, they just back off, and ONIC and Blacklist can't catch them. It's interesting how like they are making Blacklist pay for their lack of engage. I like this. I'm taking notes.
Dude, Rapidoot is always using that perfect match. Every single time it's up, he's always on it. Like he's never... It's always on, right? He's always using it. Every single time. To open up the map.
I think here Blacklist is attempting to try and bait a fight by using the Lord, but ONIC, I think they're gonna go for
Setup.
objectives or they're gonna go for the fight.
It's brilliant. Again, look at how ONIC are playing. Because they are in the lead, the Irithel has more pressure compared to the Claude in the lane. They're always pushing the mid lane, but it's so good by Blacklist too, because they know, alright, whatever, you can take the mid lane. I'll put Oheb in the top side. Take turret. And Nets now has to rotate up top, and then they reset again, clear out the waves. Blacklist don't, dude. Oh my god, this is so brilliant. Like the macro plays coming in here. It's like, dude. Honestly, this is, dude. Oh my god. If you have deep understanding of like MOBAs, you will enjoy this game. It feels slow, 6 kills only in 11 minutes, but this is so cool. Again, right? They're doing it mid lane for top side, and they're always trading constantly because this is okay for everyone watching who doesn't understand, who doesn't know. There's no way that ONIC PH or Blacklist can actually micromanage 2 waves. So they're putting all their marbles into the one side of the map and putting one guy to just clear out the wave, right? Because they have to go for trades. If ONIC PH split, Blacklist can look for a fight. They just go in for the 2 people or the 3 people who are there in the mid lane, or they go for the guys in top lane if they split, right? So they have to stick together like this, and they have to pick a side. So ONIC pick top mid lane, and Blacklist pick top side.
The deciding factor here is like on the bottom side, the wave is slow pushing for Blacklist. So if they just leave it here, it's gonna build up. It's stacking up for Blacklist. It's gonna take the tower on its own.
I wonder if that was set up before. Like, did someone actually set that up, or was that a coincidence?
I think it's a coincidence.
It is a coincidence. Okay.
It's just random because they met in the center, but coincidentally, it's building up, if you can see, for Blacklist.
Yeah.
So it's gonna stack up there. One more wave. Now someone has to go there and defend it, or it's a free turret for Blacklist.
And I do want to point this out too. The reason ONIC PH are actually losing in these trades every single time is because they don't have an Esmeralda. They don't have Paquito, a person who can actually clear the waves fast and join up with a team like Edward. Right. And Edward can do that constantly. That's why you see that. That's why Blacklist were able to take the topside turret. It's because Claude can be sent there, but Dairoth won't be able to go there. If Dairoth goes there, they can sandwich him, or Dairoth has to like just stay there. You know, he can't join the team. So it's a forced error there. You can see like the level of forced errors in the past 3 minutes alone is insane. And if you guys don't understand what forced errors are, it's mistakes that are forced upon you. Okay? So that's what Blacklist are doing. They constantly put pressure in the top side. They clear out the mid lane, forcing ONIC PH back slowly but surely, chunking Dairoth low. And now look at the HP bars, right? This is perfect. Oh, Bahaji.
Oh, Haji.
That's it. That's it. They lose out the fight, right? Oh, but still has ult. Oh my Oheb!
Oh, have.
Who got picked up? Edward. Oh my god, this fight. Dude. Dude, I swear to god, Rapidoot never walks normally. He's always on the perfect match.
Oh, super Prince
got
with
it.
damage though. Ooh, this is crazy. It's so high level.
Dude, what a fight.
He was for a bit. Like, did they ban the Paquito? What did they let go in exchange? Was it the Cho?
No, they
What was left open in exchange for the Paquito being banned?
from game 1, right?
I think it's the Cho, like legit.
All right, you know what? I'll check it. I'll check the clip, all right? They left up Selena. Cho was banned first phase.
Right, okay. Because I was thinking, what else can have high mobility and wave clear? I think Cho fits the bill.
Yeah, it was cleared up
Wondering if there were
instantly.
any options, or if Dairoth was the only option available for ONIC PH.
Yeah, but again, we were talking about it, the importance of having that pressure, that setup, that kind of led to Blacklist demise in game 1, and that's exactly what got them the Lord. They played it calm, they played it disciplinedly, they always had that pressure, and when they went through the fight, Ryota was half HP, I think Rapidoot or Sensui was half HP too. So they are coming into the fight with the advantage in terms of HP because they are able to create that with the lanes constantly pushing, and with them able to micromanage the waves, they got that.
Ooh, Venus gets picked off, dude.
I don't know about this though. Like,
Can you back up a bit? Like, did Venus miss the Holy Baptism again? Because there's been a lot of missed Holy Baptisms. Dude.
no, I feel like
was it-
no, she just got picked off here.
No, look here.
Yeah, she didn't use it.
No, before this. She used it before this.
Ah,
Hang on.
here. Oh, that was a good dodge though.
Yeah, it's a great sidestep though, but Venus has not been able to land a lot of Holy Baptisms, and you can't walk out like it with Rafaela, bro. Like, dang.
Yeah, I think the moment they lost the holy baptism, they should have just backed up, right? Like, a bit aggressive there.
Because you lose out in CC, like, and
Yeah, and
you're
they have
present in
Lord,
the jungle.
right? They don't need
Like,
that.
If since we got like a massive heavy spin there, that could have been the end of it, as far as the fight goes.
Oh my, that claw damage, bro.
Oh, have though. It's a lot of damage. I wonder if like the really late game
Still value.
players will like get super meta, like Irithel.
I mean, they
long
are
range
already right
type
now,
of
right? I'm just waiting for a Layla, dude.
Dude,
No, we're
Layla
never gonna
meta?
see Layla. Like, I don't, unless they revamp her kit or make her extremely strong, like in the mid game, get to her item power spikes faster, maybe. But right now, the reason Irithel is like good, well, the reason most of the marksmen that are picked right now are good is because they're not just damage heavy. They don't deal a lot of damage. If it's just about damage, then Layla Mia should come up, right? Late game, they deal a lot, but it's mobility too. Mobility plays a part.
Leslie.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, mobility plays a huge part because in these team fights, you have to maneuver super well with like a lot of CC being thrown at you, a lot of dive, a lot of just everything. Look at this comp from ONIC PH. It's just so much CC.
It's a goon squad as well. Everyone just sticks together, waiting for Rapidoot to just.
It's
grab
Ube versus
somebody.
Ube, dude. But it's not. It's Ube, but with roamers, or like with tanks, pure tanks. It's not Ube with healers. It's the ultimate ONIC experience. It's UOE.
Oon. Nothing too crazy from the items, yeah.
Yeah.
Mortal and Wind of Nature
Ooh.
for Oheb.
You see-
Respecting the burst potential.
But I do like this, Arashi. Whenever you have a Fairness on your team, it just lets you as a gold laner, if you are a gold laner, to go for full damage. You don't care, dude. As long
Yeah.
as you have that Fairness, you can go for it. And that's exactly what Irithel does here. I think she is going for the Wind of Nature, though, or DHS. I think Wind of Nature. I don't know, though. But, like, you know, if you already have the Fairness, you can actually just... You can get out of that, right? You can get out
Yeah.
of those sticky situations without having those defensive items. Oh, Wind of Nature,
4-0
okay.
and 1 from Nets. Dude. He's been like a lot more survivable in this game, and it's a lot of damage right now. He has 3 items, right? The Berserker's Fury, Windtalker, and Scarlet Phantom.
Mm-hmm.
That is nasty damage, dude. They can't let him like free hit.
And look,
They have no
Arashi.
crowd control to stop him either.
3,000 gold lead though. 8 kills, but 3,000 gold lead to who? Objectives, dude. The way they play, the setup. Again, those little the setups that they were able to do, the forced errors, the one before that previous Lord, guys, that added up to a lot of gold because they were able to clear waves, take turrets, dish out damage faster than ONIC PH every single time. And ONIC PH were late to the party, late to the wave sometimes, so they lose out on the gold from the minions that are killed by the turrets. So again, those small victories add up in the end. And that's the brilliance of having setup. You get advantages out of nothing.
As long as nothing crazy happens, which so far this game has been a lot tamer than the first game. The first game was just like it seems really full chaos.
Crazy.
But I guess that's just Blacklist adapting to the playstyle of ONIC, right? Trying to make sure that they don't give ONIC what they want.
It almost looks like the veterans are waiting for the rookies to make a mistake at this point. That's what they're trying.
They're just playing around for the Lord right here, honestly.
Again, it's a setup game. This is a setup game, right? Clear mid, clear bot, clear top, rotate. Clear mid, clear bot, clear top, rotate. Clear mid, clear bot, clear top, rotate. Wait for that mistake. Wait for one little mismovement, and you go in. Yeah, this is brilliant. It doesn't feel boring at all.
What's the play here if you're a real talent? If you're playing Daiwa, should you just go all in and try and get a 1v1?
No, you can't. You can't. You really can't go for that anymore. Like, the thing is, the turret is up, Arashi. And Esmeralda's always playing around the turret, you can see, right? So Dairoth has more pressure in that lane. Just laning alone, obviously Dairoth has more pressure. But because of the turret, he has to cut. So he has to be in the middle of that. Edward won't fight. Edward is just gonna cut as well. Oh, look. Dude, this is so good. Look how Ryota left the wave up top before he rotated. Slow push. Slow pushing up top so he doesn't have to deal with it. And Edward will have to deal with it. Okay.
Should they explain the concept for
guys.
viewers, maybe?
Slow pushing top side. Basically, you clear a portion of your minion waves, so it stacks up and it builds up to a bigger wave that will always win in these clashes. Like, as you can see, right? There was only one wave here. I mean, a few minions there just to hold in that wave. So now it's 1.5 waves coming in to go up against one wave. So 1.5 will always win against one, and it'll keep on building like that because the minions will spawn when this one is low and this one's gone. So it's always gonna build up. So someone has to move up there to actually deal with it.
If it's the same amount of minions, whichever side of the map it's on, it's gonna push the other side. So if you're on the blue team and there's like 4 minions against 4 minions, if the minions meet on your side of the map, it's gonna push towards the red side every single time. That's the rule. It's the even minion rule.
Yeah, look, right?
Like,
Now Edward has to be Lizzie, dude! Oh my god, this is
so... Are they gonna
so...
go for the engage though? That's the question. Because like, 2 Purify is still available for Haji and Oh My Venus. Yeah, they see him now. They see Edward all the way up there. They can go for it.
See? Dude, yes. So cool! Let's go!
Dude, Rapidoot is such a madman.
It's done! You see, guys? Set up! That was so smart for Ryota. He has map pressure, he knows, so he just goes for it. He's not gonna be able to, like, move as fast as Edward across the map, so he does that. And again, it's so brilliant. It's so brilliant. And they forced the Lord. The amount of forced errors you saw in the past 2 minutes. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. My god, that was so good.
More here if they want. Like, they can use the Lord to bait like Edward or Wise, get the kill, and they can just continue funneling kills from Blacklist like this if they really want to. Because they have the engage. That's why the engage is so good.
And Arashi,
they can dictate when they want to get the fight.
Fun fact, this is what ONIC ID should have done against Araki Hoshi when the enemy team had Balman.
Yes,
they kept on like, the reason ONIC aren't going for the Lord here is because they know Wise is up. And when Wise comes up, guess what they do? All of them go on Wise except for Nets and the Akai, right?
Yeah, roll it back.
Yeah, Nets is still here hitting onto it. They buy some time, they wait, and guess what? Sensui comes in with a heavy spin just to zone him away. And you see how they just pull back constantly, right? It's discipline, it's slow. They don't go for the what's the word, Arashi? When you want something and you buy it instantly.
Impulse.
Dude. Yes. They're not impulsive.
Impulsive play. Yeah. They have discipline for sure. Because if you give into those impulses, dude, you're in a bad spot. When you're in this kind of chess match, impulsive is the last thing you want to be, man. No. That was good. That was very smart.
Again, guys, it's small wins that add up to that, right? It wasn't just that one play, the slow push up top. It's a slow push up top, knowing Edward rotating, waiting for Edward to show a pixel on the screen, on the map, fully engaging, looking for plays, and even they had to play it perfectly because the enemy team had called altar. So it's all the small victories adding up for them to get this Lord. It wasn't just one team fight. It wasn't just one slow push that made Blacklist,
look at the wave,
this behind.
All three waves, man. They're using it perfectly.
And look, again, right? They force conceal, pushing everyone back. getting the Lord, like it's so good. And Rapidoot, he never walks. Oh!
No, wait, what?
Window through the wall. The damage is real here, and I don't think there's any.
Dude, what happened there? They weren't ready. Blacklist got caught off guard, dude. No way.
It's GG. It's GG. Has to be.
It has to be. No. It was
Wait.
Oh, they're turning it around though. Immortal Path.
Oh my God.
They're so fucking.
How are the fights going on?
They're so fucking low. Are they gonna go for it? No.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Bro,
Dude.
ONIC PH is crazy. No. ONIC
Rookies. 4 rookies.
PH is fucking crazy. What the fuck?
4 rookies.
Dude, there's so little HP among the 4 of them. They go for it. What the fuck?
Everyone is in disarray right now.
Wow.
You're right. You're
that-
right.
that is
Rockhart.
crazy.
You're right. Everyone is in disarray.
The loss of Blacklist International.
What in the
First
world, dude?
match loss, and it's against 4 rookies.
It's the rise of the anarchy.
Dude,
So,
ONIC PH
Arashi.
is scary, dude.
You know what Zapnu said about, the amateurs, PH amateurs
They're better.
beating
they
are
can-
like better than Indo pros? Well, they're better than PH pros too, dude. The rookies are insane. That's why I said
Absolutely
Zapnu was right, because a rookie team almost beat Blacklist in the ISF qualifiers.
I mean, 30
Dude. This
I-
season,
dude.
though, like I
Oh my
really feel like
God.
this season, there's just so many stories of like rookies coming in and just
Yeah.
matching up to pro players, dude.
Evos.
This is stupid.
Evo's
Like,
Legends.
exactly. There's a lot of this, like this is a new like idea, a new mindset, because it's always been about like, oh, we want the older players with accomplishments, right? That's always been the story in Indo for at least. We
Mm-hmm.
keep seeing all these like old players highlighted. And now it's just a shift towards the rookies, and it's great. It's great for the scene. It's gonna provide regeneration, man.
It's oh my God, dude.
ONIC PH,
that-
how
that
good
match.
is ONIC PH? That's
I thought
stupid.
like ONIC PH are doomed. They threw away their entire roster. No, dude, ONIC PH. I think the old roster of ONIC PH season 7, season 8, season 9. They weren't able to beat Blacklist. Not a single match. Like games, yeah, but match win, no. So
I think we heard it from Coach Yeb, yes?
I think I heard it from. I don't think it was just from Yeb. I heard it from everyone, but Yeb did say that like it's Blacklist are
It's
their
annoying.
kryptonite, and well,
I can't do anything against Blacklist.
I guess we found Blacklist kryptonite, bro. Like, I want to take a look at the standings right now. Like after what's standings? Give me the standings.
We should ask Coach Yeb, like, what you think about
Oh, will-
PH is actually.
Are they playing tomorrow?
considering
Do we get to
Blacklist?
talk? Do we get to like? Oh, dude, their analyst segment though.
Yeah, it's all cooler.
Leader of the side of
That
NXT.
is a very interesting way to write Claude.
Oh wow. Wait.
That is cool though. We don't have that.
Wait. How does he erase?
The moment of victory.
It's I don't know.
I think the pen can write. The hand. Erases.
Oh.
Yeah, the hand erases. If he wipes with his hand, it erases.
The bloody hunt.
That's cool. They put so much like.
No longer the off guy for NXT.
I want this. I want to do that. I want to draw.
Yeah, I want this in Indo, dude. Like,
Yo, let me analyze. Okay. Oh no, this is tomorrow's schedule. You should see the standings.
should be.
Is this a new host?
Maybe.
Oh, is there no standings?
Is it before? Did we miss it?
I guess I did. All right, but whatever. We'll check
Hunt
the
for
standings later.
continue.
But
Are you gonna
Yeah.
ask Coach Jeb like on Instagram or something like, yo, buddy, buddy?
yeah, I will ask him for sure. I will ask him for sure.
Where my phone at?
Like, dude, that. Yeah, there you have it, guys. A little analysis segment from me and Arashi. I'm a main caster mostly. Like I'm a play-by-play, but I have pretty deep MOBA knowledge. So me and Arashi, we do this a lot. We like talk about the games and we analyze. I think from even the past MOBAs that we used to like play and stuff, right? So
We used to aim to be actual pro players,
Yeah.
actually. For those of you who weren't aware, so we were very much into like, how do we get better, how to win, what actually like, like the wave manipulation and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We tried to look up all of that
Yeah.
to get like the most we can to try and get better. But now we're casters, so like cool. Now we have this knowledge.
Man, I love my
already
job,
available.
man. I don't want to be pro players. I don't want to be a pro player. Like, it's too much pressure, man. Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's why I respect them so much, right? Like even like the bad teams that get so much hate from the fans, I respect them because there's so much that goes into it, man. You play 12 hours a day and you put in so much effort just to lose on stage and to get hated by everyone, get
Yeah,
called
mental
clowns. It's
It's sad almost.
no job is easy, boys. But yeah, on that note though, before we get too political, right, too deep into that, we'll have that for a podcast, a different time. Definitely, we'll have some time to talk about that. But yeah, I don't know. Like conclusion is ONIC PH, they broke the code.
They absolutely broke the code, man. Because no team has ever been able to punish the
Ube.
defensiveness of Blacklist, and they found a way to do it by breaking the core rule, which is play for the objective. Right now they're just like, okay, we can play for something else.
Sometimes they don't even play for the. Well, you're right. It's still playing for the objective, but again, it's like they give over the gold lead to get map pressure. It's another level to playing for objectives. It's not as simple as you go for structures, you go for neutral objectives. No, you give up the control over the Lord. You give up a whole team fight for you to get space down below, for you to get that top side. And it all comes down to those little victories. Everything in the game, all right, guys, I'm going to tell you this before we end it off. Every little thing you do in the game, those little victories, it adds up in the end. That backdoor in the top side in the game 1 wouldn't have happened if they didn't do everything they did from the early stage. Keep on going for fights in the mid lane. Grouping up as 5, mostly with nets, always in the team. And obviously setting up that slow push up top. And then going for the fight, using that Akai to force a 4v5, forcing Edward to go down. You see, there's so many little wins that actually like accumulate to that victory. And it's also in game 2. It was very visible in game 2 as well.
I think the importance of catch, first of all, and also, okay, I'm blanking out.
There's so much knowledge in the game. We're blanking out, bro.
There's just so much to talk about. But yeah, having engaged, right, allows you to even the most. It's not like Blacklist was mispositioning, but with crowd control, that's what you can do. You can.
They were
you can just
Arashi.
catch
They
them
were
and force them.
mispositioning, but why were they mispositioning? It wasn't because they were dumb. It was because ONIC PH forced them to misposition every single time, and that's
Yeah,
why
but
it's
then
so impressive.
The crowd control allows them to punish them, which is so important. And yeah, Blacklist usually they're just playing very, very defensively, and I don't think they can afford to do so if all the teams trying to adapt and do this. Obviously, it's easier said than done. But I think ONIC PH has just laid out the blueprint, and a lot of teams can just like start taking pointers from this.
Gotta remember though that Blacklist. Every time they lose to a team, they come back
Yes.
so strong. So
That is the scary part of Blacklist.
we'll see. We'll see if they're able to do it here in season 10. They've been able to do it season 7, 8, MSC, M3, MPLI, C games. Not MPLI. MPLI they lost, but they learned from it for M3 and C games and then IESF qualifiers. So now if they do it again, I have no words for them. But that's it, I guess, for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please do leave a like. We will do these things again in the future. Hopefully we'll do more because if these games keep on going, and we're mostly going to do PH or Malaysian games or like the games outside of Indo because we already cast the Indonesian games, right? So we share our knowledge on stream. If you guys want to catch it, MPLID, go and watch our cast. I won't be analyzing as much though. It's mostly going to be Arashi because I'm playing by playing. But that's it, Arashi. You got any words? Plug your stuff, man. Plug your stuff.
Plug my stuff.
Yeah, your
Sounds so wrong
Instagram
without
and stuff.
context.
Oh, I just realized, dude.
On Instagram and YouTube, I go by Awashi with 3 E's. It's
Description.
Arashi spelled with a W instead of an R and 3 E's, dude. IE and 3 E's in the back. So I do plan on doing stuff on YouTube as well, but so far not just yet. So look forward to that. And yeah, Instagram is there if you want to say hi, if you want to ask anything, see our shenanigans behind the scenes for MPLID. It's pretty funny. And yeah, if you guys have made it through the whole video, thanks very much for sticking around. We hope that this has been interesting to listen to, right? And we hope it's helpful, man, because otherwise it's just it's just gonna fall flat.
There you go. Well, again, thank you guys so much for watching. You can find all of the links to Arashi's social media down in the description. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, see ya
Roy.
in the next one.